Tell me if you want me to give you all my time. I wanna make it good for you. Tell me by Groove Theory. I was wondering if you know who are the threateners in my mind, because I am deceased right here. I was up all night working on the threatening that I am deceased right here. And I am, but it's homeless. Somebody came around and told me that I should keep the Amazon package inside the door, and I saw him holding it, so I said he can have it because he's holding it. So, and that's what's wrong with the threateners. I'm aware the package is there, or if not, I'll find it when I find it. And Amazon is wrong that way. They're hiring neighbors to patrol the packaging. And then there's such thing called porch pirates. I might have heard that on Inside Edition or on TV somewhere, where people's packages are delivered and they get picked up by passersby who just keep the packages. I didn't have that problem yet, but I might have that problem if I don't pay out the package. Somebody says they found it and I should keep it safe. Yeah, it's not safe. If you're touching it, it's yours. And Amazon should be giving away all their stuff like that, which is why you belong in jails and prisons. You have reverse interest. You are not supposed to give out things for free, and then you pay out everything to credit card charges, and you don't know that you're not supposed to monitor the address and the key and everything in there. You are supposed to make sure the soul doesn't lose everything to everybody who's not myself. And I am not a house. Well, you are watching me like I'm one house with one address, and it's in a fixed land, and it's always there, and that's you looking after my house by that somebody's in there and taking good care of it, and I'm not in there and I'm not allowed in there, and you don't know that that's because of your credit card charges. You don't know who the soul is, you don't know who owns the banking, you don't know whose money it is, you don't know whose property it is, and you give out so much wealth to the strangers who make charges on their credit cards that you don't have the charges on the credit cards paid for, because the charges are on myself at this point. I am not in my house. That means you're charging infinite amount of money for all sorts of packages and deliveries to make sure nobody comes to this front door and knocks and comes in and takes everything from inside and goes out with it, because you don't know that you belong in jails and prisons to make sure that you don't do that. But while you are in jails and prisons, you have no mind to be there. You don't belong anywhere. You have illegal genitals that are homeless outside, and you don't have a mind to be there. Yes, but that's no excuse to treat me the way you do. I'm not yourself has always been your argument. Why wouldn't that work for me? Why can't I say to you, yeah, but I'm not yourself? I've never gotten away with that. That's all I hear out of you. Well, who is going to help you? If you don't help yourself and ascend yourself until you get an unclean death on yourself, and then you can get more leverage, you're really not due to know me. You're not due to cross paths with me at all. And I just described that you have a major credit card problem that's worse than the banking problem. You have Amazon.com delivering packages of all the items they sell on Amazon to everywhere ever in America, or even maybe out of America. And I don't afford it because that is all my property, and I don't have time to be here. I don't have time for this at all. The God in heaven is doing this, I guess, until I'm deceased out of the door locking, and then we're going to stop paying you off, that you're not coming into where I live and taking everything that's mine and putting it out, or disturbing my sleep at all hours of the night, or if I sleep during the day. You're not supposed to disturb me ever. And I've had a home invasion in my house every day of my whole life, except for a year I lived in Tucson, and somebody came after 30 days and walked right into my apartment. He invited himself, and he's a he. I'm not also a male. I'm a female, but I'm not also a male. And he walked right into my apartment, and I've been paying for it ever since. You don't have it paid for that I'm disclosing my leverage as none higher than me deceased, and you say, yeah, I don't know that, I don't believe you. You don't have it paid for because I'm not through being a female yet. If I was a female, I would just be homeless. You don't have that paid for, that you can just think that I'm a female like any one of you. That's not alive for you. You don't have that money. You think you have that money, but you don't have that money. It's not alive.